and welcome back to Quarantine Yoga. I'm Erin, and in today's session we're focusing on energizing the body. So the idea is getting the blood pumping, maybe you're going to sweat a little bit, and hopefully get a good stretch at the same time.
We're going to begin our practice with some pranayama, and pranayama is another name for the breathing techniques that we use within yoga. The pranayama that we're going to use today is called Kapalabhati, and what this is pumping air breaths. So what you're going to do is you're going to fill your belly completely with air, exhale, emptying the belly of air, and then we're going to take a normal breath, and on the exhale we're going to contract the stomach muscles. So we're going to start with 10 Kapalabhati breaths. And then we're going to take a big inhale, another big exhale, a normal inhale, and then we're going to try and go for 20 Kapalabhati breaths. So we're pumping the air out of the stomach by contracting it. Big inhale, big exhale, and now we're going to go for 30 Kapalabhati breaths. Just give it a go. If you've never done it before, it's going to feel quite strange, but it's quite fun to try. And then when you finish, just give your belly a rub. Apparently Kapalabhati is really good because it massages all of your internal organs. We're going to warm up the body now, so I want you to come with your legs extended on the mat, and we're going to do some more breaths. We're inhaling, lifting the arms up, exhaling through the mouth as we bring the arms down. Just going to do a few of these. And then returning to center, we're going to do some boat pose crunches. So you want to bend the knees, bringing them in towards the chest, arms to the sides. Exhaling, we're straightening the legs out, lowering the back down. Inhaling, crunching back up to center. And then we're going to bring the palms of the hands together above the head, and this time when we crunch up, we're bringing the hands either side of the knees, just creating some heat in the core muscles. And then we're taking hold of the feet, opening soles of the feet up to the ceiling like a book. We're coming into Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. So we're looking straight ahead on the inhale, exhaling, trying to bring the stomach down towards the legs. You can use the elbows to push the knees apart. This is a nice hip opening stretch. It's one of my favourites. Just breathing here. And then we're taking hold of the big toes, and we're going to try and straighten the legs up. You might fall over, it's okay. And then we're going to try and open the legs out to the sides, balancing here. Bringing the legs together and taking them back down onto the mat. Good job. So now it's time for the standing postures. I want you to come to the end of the mat, big toes touching, ankles slightly apart, legs engaged, shoulders away from ears. Inhaling, we're lifting the arms up. Exhaling, we're just coming to 90 degrees, looking straight ahead. And then from here, bending the knees, taking the hands down and jumping or stepping to plank, lowering ourselves down, inhaling upward facing dog, exhaling downward facing dog. Inhaling, lifting the right leg, and we're bringing the knee forward. Inhaling back up, exhaling the knee comes forward, inhaling leg comes up, exhaling knee forward. One more time, and this time we're taking the foot between the hands. We're bringing the arms so they're 90 degrees again. Inhaling, straightening the leg, bring the arms up. Exhaling, bending the knee, arms to 90 degrees, moving with the breath. And then from here, hands come to heart center, and we're twisting, so the left elbow comes to the outside of the right knee. Your gaze comes up towards the ceiling. Inhaling back to heart center, lowering the hands, stepping to plank. Lifting the left leg, bringing the knee forward. Inhaling, lifting, exhaling, knee comes forward. Moving with the breath. Inhaling, lifting, exhaling, this time the foot comes between the hands. Arms to 90 degrees. Inhaling, straightening the leg, lifting the arms. Exhaling, bending. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling, bending. Inhaling up. Exhaling, bending, and now the hands to heart center, and we're taking the twist on the other side, so the right elbow comes to the outside of the left knee. Inhaling, coming back to center, lowering the hands down, stepping to downward facing dog. And then from here, we're coming up on the toes, looking between the hands, stepping or jumping for a halfway lift. Exhaling, folding forward, and inhaling, coming all the way up. We're coming into dancer pose now, so I want you to bring your body weight over your left foot, and I want you to lift the right foot off the mat, holding the knee in the hands. Rocking that knee from side to side a little bit, just opening up the hip, and then we're going to take the left foot into the left hand, pressing with the top of the foot, lifting that left leg up behind, keeping the hips straight, and if you feel balanced, taking the right arm out in front, and just balancing here. Then from here, bringing both hands down, stepping the left leg back behind, and now we're going to sweep the right leg up and lower ourselves down chaturanga with that right leg lifted. This is three-legged dog. Inhaling, upward facing dog, exhaling, downward facing dog. Inhaling, coming up on the toes, stepping or jumping for a halfway lift. Exhaling, folding forward. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Now we're bringing the body weight over the left leg, lifting the right knee, and we're going to take the right foot in the right hand to come into dancer pose. Hips stay straight, lifting that leg up behind, and if you feel balanced, bringing the left arm out in front. Taking a few breaths here. Hands come down, right leg comes back, sweeping the left foot up behind and lowering ourselves down with that leg lifted in chaturanga. Inhaling, upward facing dog, exhaling, downward facing dog. Inhaling, coming up on the toes, looking between the hands, stepping or jumping for a halfway lift. Exhaling, folding forward. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling, hands to heart center. So now we're coming over to the long side of the mat with the legs apart, and we're going to do some side lunges. So what you're going to do is you're going to bend your right leg, coming down, straightening the left leg, bringing hands to heart center, inhaling up. Now for the left side, inhaling back to center, moving with the breath. And then this time we're going to come all the way down into our side lunge, so we're going to lift the left toes off the mat, bending into that right knee. And then moving over to the other side. Don't worry if you fall over. Happens to the best of us. Coming back to center, hands to the waist, inhaling, lengthening up, exhaling, folding forward, bringing the hands onto the heels. Inhaling, looking straight ahead. Exhaling, we're trying to bring the head down onto the mat. Don't worry if you can't reach. Inhaling, looking straight ahead, hopping the feet together. And I'm coming into crow pose now, so this is a bit of a tricky one. What you want to do is bring your knees into your armpits and lift the feet off the mat. It's a little bit more difficult. And then we're bringing the feet together, opening the knees wide. I'm just going to do some shoulder shrugs. And coming all the way up to standing. Standing with the feet together and the left hand on the left side of the waist, we're bringing the body weight over the left foot, and we're going to come into some leg lifts. So we have the option of either lifting the knee and taking it out to the side, or we're going to go for the big toe. So whichever option you want to go for, we're going to be inhaling, lifting the leg, and either straightening it out or just lifting that knee, breathing here. And then taking the leg over to the right side, and you're going to look over your left shoulder. Coming back to center and bringing your nose down onto the knee. And then we're taking both hands to the waist and straightening that right leg out. Trying to keep it lifted. And then bring it down onto the mat. Now for the other side. So repeating whichever variation you did last time. Inhaling, we're lifting the leg. Breathing here. I lost my balance. Happens to everyone. And then taking the leg out to the side, looking over the right shoulder. Coming back to center, lowering your nose to the knee. And then bringing the hands to the waist, really using those thigh muscles to lift the leg. Taking it down and then have a little dance if you like. So now we're coming down to seated on the mat. We're straightening out the left leg, and we're going to try and bring the right foot into half lotus on the left thigh. If this is impossible for you, you can also just bring it next to the thigh. And we're folding forward over that leg, looking towards the left big toe. Breathing here. Inhaling, looking straight ahead. Exhaling here. Now we have two options. You can come into half lotus by bringing the left foot under the right leg, or bring the left foot on top of the right thigh. This is full lotus, and we're coming into a twist. So you can either bring the right hand to the left knee and twist, or you can bring the left arm behind the back to take the left toes, bringing the right hand onto the knee and twisting this way. Inhaling back to center. So now we're going to come into some cat-cows, but with our legs in either lotus or half lotus. So inhaling, we're looking straight ahead, tilting the pelvis. Exhaling, curving the back. Moving with the breath. Coming back down, we're now going to lift ourselves in our lotus or half lotus position. This can be tough. So you're bringing the hands with the fingers spread out next to the hips, and then you're trying to lift the bum off the mat. So now for the other side, straightening the right leg, bringing the left foot either into half lotus or with the foot next to the right thigh, folding forward, eyes go towards the right big toe. Inhaling, looking straight ahead, exhaling here. Whichever variation you did, repeat again, either half lotus or full lotus, and we're coming into the twist. Left hand to the right knee, and if you can, bringing the right arm behind to take hold of the toes, and twisting here. We're trying to twist with our whole torso, keeping the back straight. With each exhalation, looking a little bit further behind you. Inhaling, coming back to center, and again for those cat-cows, coming forward on the knees, inhaling, looking straight ahead, exhaling, curving the back. Sitting back down, trying again to lift ourselves in either lotus or half lotus. It's fun to have a go, even when you can't actually do it yet, so give it a try. So now we're going to come into camel pose, and what I did to protect my knees was I folded the top of the mat just to provide some extra padding. Then you want to open the knees to hip width distance apart, and you can either tuck the toes under or let the tops of the feet be flat on the mat. It depends on how far you want to reach back. Bringing the hands to the hips and really pushing the hips forward. This is very important to protect the lower back. From here we can just allow the head to relax back, holding no tension in the neck. And then you have the option to bring the hands down onto the heels, but this is only if you feel no discomfort in the lower back. If you feel discomfort, just keep the hands on the waist. Then just breathe here. It's a really great back bend. Bring the hands back to the waist, coming all the way up, and we're releasing this stretch by coming into extended child's pose. So you want the knees apart, extending the arms away from us. Then we're going to walk the arms over to the right side. Then over to the left. Back to center, and it's time for Savasana, the relaxation. So we're opening up the mat, coming to lying down. Feet open to the width of the mat, arms by your sides with palms facing up. Let the breath return to its natural rhythm and allow the body to grow heavy. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the session and hope to see you again soon.